You go into a sales call, it's kind of like digging for treasure. And so you can be a curious explorer out there every day. And the story, the actual analogy that I bring this off of is a story that Tony tells at Business Mastery about this guy. I forget the guy's name, but he's basically a guy living off the coast, just on the coast of Florida, down south around the Keys. And he hears about this treasure that's out there in the ocean, and he goes searching for it. And he gets some funding. He buys a boat. He has a whole crew, and they go out there, and they're like, "We're going to find this freaking treasure." And years go by of searching every single day, and they don't find the treasure. His wife leaves him. Goes through all of his money. He gets investors involved. He goes through all their money. He has kids. Everybody thinks he's crazy. His kids don't even talk to him. He's just the crazy guy after a few years. And then he keeps on going out there. He gets more funding and, goes through another wife, and more people think he's crazy. It's, year after year after year, convincing people to give him money to fund this thing. Ends up taking him 16 years of going out there. And then eventually, obviously, he finds the treasure, and it's a true story. And it's like $50 million worth of gold he finds. And so the three things to learn from that really go into this explorative style is, one, he believed that there was treasures there. And so when we look at our calendar, we look at our contact list, when we look at our friends on Facebook, whenever it is, we have to believe that there's gold there, to believe that there's buried treasure there that some people may have overlooked. And we have to believe that there's treasure in people, there's treasure in conversations. And it's very hard to pull that out of sometimes certain people or certain companies or certain days, but there's always treasure there. This guy searched for it for 16 years. So the first thing is you have to believe that it's there. Second, you have to believe that you can find it. So he might believe that the treasure is actually there, but if you don't believe that you can find it, it's different. So somebody's like, oh, everybody's got a yes inside them, but if you don't feel like you can get it out, then you're not going to persist. And the third thing that must happen is this: you have to believe that it's worth it. So the three things that develop somebody's style is that they're, in my opinion, is believing that you're an explorer and that there's treasure in those contacts. There's treasure in this meeting. There's buried treasure there. It might be really hard to find out, to get it out of people, but it's there. You can find it, and it's worth it.